Hi guys, welcome back to Lux Mountain Move. This is Lux. So today we'll be diving into Verity chapter, we'll be doing a recap of chapter 7 from Verity. Yes, things are getting twisted and twisted. Let's get into it. Before I start, I want to put a disclaimer out there that I am pro-choice. I'll always be pro-choice. A woman, she should be able to make decisions about her own body, free from societal pressure and societal government expectation and all that. However, I think that if you know that you cannot be a good parent, you're going to be a deadbeat mom or deadbeat dad, you cannot financially support the child, you cannot do this and that, you're going to neglect the child, you shouldn't be a parent. You should have gotten the abortion right away if you knew that. So that's what I believe in. I firmly believe that. Or get your tubes tied. The reason why I'm so critical of Verity, which is so obvious, is because Verity, she's so twisted. Someone who's so selfish like this shouldn't be a parent. I'm getting a scam call. So I just want to put a disclaimer out there. Let's get into chapter 7. So Lowen just finished reading Verity's autobiographies. I think it was chapter 2 or chapter 3 probably chapter 3, where Verity's she's so jealous of her child, of the kids, that she goes into the self-abortion. And so chapter 7 begins with Lowen reading this. She's so shocked that a parent could be like this. And she drops the page of the chapter she was reading from on the floor. And she bends down and she goes to pick up the pages. And while she is picking up, she starts staring up. She's like, how can a parent be like this? What else is Verity capable of? And she thinks that the only way that Verity could even put this out there is that if only she ever experienced these negative feelings toward her children. So Lowen concludes this, and Lowen also thinks that if Verity could be even so jealous of something so innocent, something that's not born yet, for rightfully taking their father's attention, what else is one thinks that Verity might not also like the fact that Lowen is in her home. So Lowen, her hands are still shaking from what she just read, and she's like, okay, I cannot let Jeremy find this out. He's already grieving for his daughters. He just lost his daughter. His wife got into an accident. He just have one accident and one tragedy after another. I can't let this poor man endure more things. So she hides. She puts it in her drawers. The pages she printed out. Actually, the whole time I thought that she was reading Verity's manuscript from Verity's laptop, the one that Jeremy lent it to her. But actually she probably printed these chapters convenience sake and is reading them. So she puts those those chapters in a drawer, and then her hands are still shaking. And she's like, I need some liquor, not some fruit juice or soda. I need something strong to help me with these feelings, to cope with these feelings. So she heads to the kitchen. And there in the kitchen, Lowen goes to the cupboards and drawers to find some liquor, but she has no luck. She doesn't find anything. And there she meets Jeremy there in the kitchen, who was sitting at the dining table with his papers out, like out in front of him. Probably he was reading newspapers when Lowen came in. And he looks pretty concerned about her. Ask him, do you have any alcohol in the house? And so Jeremy, like, he watches Lowen for a moment, and he realizes that there is something off about Lowen. So he grabs her like a bottle of Crown Royal. He makes her like a mixed drink with a can of Coke and Crown Royal, and he gives it to her. And she sits at the dining table, and they both talk. And so Jeremy asks her what happened. She kind of comically thinks to herself, oh, let's see, Jeremy, your brain-damaged wife made eye contact with me. She walked to her window and waved at your son. And she also tried to abort your babies while you were asleep in your bed. But of course, Lowen doesn't tell this out to Jeremy. She just instead lies that, oh, your wife's book scared me. He watches her expressions for a moment and he laughs. I feel like there's something suspicious about this guy. Is it me? But anyway, he watches her for a moment and he just laughs. He's like, seriously, but you both write the same genre? And Lowen's like, yeah, but she's a great writer. And Lowen's like, okay, your wife is a great writer. And I'm easily spooked. And that even her books scare her sometimes. So Jeremy suggests that maybe Lowen switch her to writing romance instead. And Lowen is like, okay, yeah, maybe after this contract is over, I'll think about it. So pretty much whatever the tension that Lowen had after reading Verity's manuscript kind of fades away. And they're both relaxed. And Jeremy's still he's laughing, shaking his head, that probably at the fact that Lowen got scared by looked so shaken because she got scared by a book. Especially when his wife and Lowen write the same genre. And Jeremy's like, okay, you missed dinner, and that he made some chicken casserole. And so Lowen grabs herself a plate of chicken casserole and she goes back to the dining table. And Lowen's grabs like a mouthful of a bite and she's like, oh, this chicken casserole is really good. Did you make it? Jeremy's like, yes, I made it.